How's it going, Jay?
Michael Bisping, my man, how are you this morning?
I'm good, thanks, Jay.
Excellent, excellent. Where are you at this morning?
I am sat in sunny old Dublin in Ireland.
Oh, man, that is great. I've never been to Ireland, but I've heard only good things.
Yeah, no, it's a great place. It's a lot of fun. Dublin is definitely a great city.
Excellent, very cool. So a big fight this weekend that kind of plays a little bit into your future, too. Is that exciting for you?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, obviously, I always get excited by the UFC, and I love being in attendance and watching the fights. But, you know, as you mentioned, this fight's a little bit special to me because I get the dubious honour of fighting the winner, Rich Franklin and Dan Henderson. So, yeah, I'll be looking on closely.
Who do you think's going to win? Are you making any bets at this point? Do you know?
I'm not really a gambling man unless I'm in Vegas, but if I had to pick somebody, to be honest, I'd probably lean towards Rich Franklin. But that said, I think it's going to be an amazing fight. They're both legends in their own right, and you know, it's going to be an honour to fight the winner of them. You know, so you know, may the best man win.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Is there one of those guys that you don't get along with or get along with better than the other one, or you think it's going to be dynamic either way?
No, yeah, exactly. I think you hit the nail on the head. It's going to be dynamic either way. I think both of them are fantastic fighters. And I don't, you know, we're professional sportsmen. You know, we're not thugs. We're not idiots. 9 times out of 10, it's not personal with the other guy. And Rich Franklin is, you know, just an all-round nice guy, and Dan Henderson is a cool guy as well. So yeah, I haven't got a problem with either guy. But I'm sure, you know, when the time comes to fight the winner, then that won't matter on the night. You know, it'll be all business.
Definitely, very cool. What made you get into MMA type fighting? I mean, what point in your life were you like, this is something that I'd like to do and something I'd like to do professionally?
Well, you know, I mean, I never knew what I wanted to do with my life. You know, I never had a set career. You know, I was always very jealous of guys at school or whatever that said, I want to do this when I'm older. I never knew what I wanted to do, so I did a lot, you know, various different jobs when I left school. I was working around. Nothing too glamorous, mind you, all pretty crummy jobs. But, you know, I come to a point, I was like 23, 2 kids, and I was like, what am I doing with my life? You know, surely I could do more with myself than the jobs that I was doing. And, you know, I had a long, hard think about what I was doing, and I kept coming back to fighting. I always did martial arts as a kid, and I always had a lot of success, and I knew that if I applied myself, I could be successful at it. And I quit work, I moved away to a different city, and I went for it 110% if there is such a thing, and, you know, fortunately it paid off, and, you know, here I am today talking to yourself on radio in America, you know, so it's great.
Very cool, man. What an awesome like story of following your dreams. And
yeah, well, to be honest, I know it sounds a bit cheesy and a bit of a cliche, but that's really what it is. And you know, I always go on at length about, you know, I tell people you can do anything in this life if you put your mind to it, and I think I'm proof of that. You know, I was working in a factory in a tiny little village, and now, you know, I'm living my dream. I wanted to be a UFC fighter, and I'm doing it. You know, if you don't talk about it, get off your ass and do it, you know, and if you get off your ass and do it and really apply yourself, you can do whatever you want to do.
Excellent. That's an awesome story here. What do you think of the U.S.? Like, I mean, do you not like having to spend all that time in the U.S. instead of back home?
I absolutely love spending time in the U.S. I love it, honestly. I really do. I'm going out to Vegas next week to film The Ultimate Fighter, and I'm going to be there for like 6 weeks, and I can't wait, you know. I've got a lot of friends in California. I just love it. I love the people. I love the food. Obviously, the food's great. And yeah. You know, I love everything about the States. I really do. You know, so I think I'm a bit of an American at heart, I think.
With the Ultimate Fighter thing, you've been on the Ultimate Fighter. Obviously, you won it, and now you're one of the coaches on the show. What are you going to be looking for in these new guys? What do you want them to bring other than just obviously good fight skills?
Well, obviously, I want them to bring good fighting skills, but on top of that, I want them to represent themselves well. I want them to represent the UK well, and represent the sport of mixed martial arts. You know, I don't want the people to go on there. You know, I don't want people tuning in, watching the Ultimate Fighter, and seeing guys acting a fool and thinking that's what the sport's all about. It's not what the sport's about. You know, it's mixed martial arts, and martial arts, you know, there's a lot of discipline and respect involved, and I want people to realise that, you know, we're professional fighters and professional athletes, and I think that's what I'm looking for out of them, apart from the fact going out there and being killers and beating you guys from the U.S.
If you could choose, like, a guy, I mean, if they're all equal fighters, are you looking for a guy, would you rather have somebody that's kind of more cocky and fun in the octagon, or would you rather have somebody that's more humble and kind of straightforward?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't know. It's a tough question.
Obviously,
you got to be trying to be humble. You know, I mean, maybe I'm not the best example of that, you know. But,
that's kind of what I was saying, is you kind of get a bad rap sometimes for being kind of cocky.
People talk a lot of stuff about me being cocky and all that. I don't think I'm overly cocky. You know, I think I'm not a bad guy all around. But, you know, people form an opinion. I mean, sometimes, a lot of the times what I say, when it's written down, it sounds a lot differently, you know, than what I say. Mm-hmm. A lot of what I say is tongue-in-cheek and this and that, or I might say it sarcastically, or just having a laugh. But when you write it down, it sounds a lot different. You know, but whatever, you know, I mean, you know, people are always going to find good things to say, and they're going to find bad things to say, you know. It's whatever they're looking for.
Exactly. I love it. Every time I watch you talk or read something you say, I think it's hilarious because I obviously get the tongue-in-cheek nature of it, but I'll be watching a fight with somebody else, and they'll say, like, oh, I hate that guy. I hope he loses. I'm like, what? How can you hate Michael Bisping?
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, this is what I mean, you know. I mean, I get some emails from the website that, you know, say good things, and I do get ones that say quite nasty things, you know what I mean? And, you know, it blows my mind that, you know, people can get so passionate about hating someone like that they've never even met. You know, I mean, you know, if I rub you the wrong way, then I'm not really bothered as long as you know, you have an opinion either way, either love me or hate me, as long as they're getting excited about the sport and they enjoy watching me fight. That's all I care about, you know.
Exactly, that's what it's all about. How long do you expect to keep going with this sport? Is this something you want to do for another couple of years and get out, or are you going to take the couture route and keep fighting until you're in a nursing home?
I'll be honest. I mean, I'd love to be involved with this sport as long as I can. You know, I love training. I love fighting. You know, I mean, listen, I feel that's, you know, that's what I'm best at, and that's what I love to do. I'm just a fighter at heart, you know. So I think I don't know, as long as I keep winning, or, you know, I keep being competitive, should I say? Then then you know, hopefully I'll be around for quite some time yet.
Yeah, I think with the 17-1 record, you can say keep winning and keep being competitive.
I'll try my best, you know. Who knows?
Excellent. Michael Bisping, UFC 93 is on this weekend. Henderson versus Franklin. The winner is going to coach opposite you on The Ultimate Fighter. So can't wait to see that. Best of luck with the show, and thanks so much for joining us from Ireland, Michael.
My pleasure. Thank you very much. Nice talking to you.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.